search there. Generate third party. Search. You will get it. Give me a second. You can also search generate app passwords. Generate app passwords in Gmail. So you can navigate to there also. It will be different. Select security under signing into Google. Select two-step verification. So at the bottom of page, select app password. It is already there, I think. Security, two-step verification, and within the two-step verification, you need to go ahead and scroll down. Just scroll to the two-step verification. Get back to there. Get back to security. Manage your security. I scroll down there, two-step verification, select the security keys. Authenticator, Google account, right? Recovery email, Google. Security keys, click on the security keys or app passwords. Just scroll to the last. Just you will find out that app passwords. App password, select that one, first one only, app passwords. Right, select app to generate a number. So just select, not that one. This one, but we will get it like app password will be there. So once you create the app password, I will let you know also. There is a app passwords to be generated. Based on it, we can send the emails. So what we will do, what are the requirement steps? So first is two-step verification, and then two-step verification and app password. So give me a second. I will tell you what are the settings we need to mention. Yeah, you just type what are the things. I will copy paste because it will be an important thing. Just check what it. Just open it. Just these are the 4 keys we need to mention in your variables or your settings.py. In settings.py to work with your email system last. So you need to paste at the last of your what we called as an application settings.py. Your project's application, there is a settings.py. In that, you have to mention the following keys or following values of those. One is all about what is email. One is email and what is the password of a generated key app password you have to mention. Right. So right. So you have something called as these 4 fields we have to mention. So in every area, whenever we want to work with Gmail, we need to follow these attributes. One is backends, and one is what is your Gmail attribute, and whether TLS, whether it's a secure layer of transmitting or not, because we already done. So I created a temporary thing called as muralitechtimes.com. That is a once temporary thing, and we need to mention the password also. It should be there. Password is already there, and the email host is there. It is in comment. Email, just enter. So what we have to mention the email host also. This generally we have 4 values. So one is ID of your email ID and one is email password. So this email password is to be generated by using our application. So you need to generate any kind of a email. First, we need to set up some settings. One is autofill, backends, host, or I mean port number, and host username and host password. Please look into this. This email and this password is unique. Whenever we send a mail, it will be appear. Suppose in my system, I will generate a one random number and it will be generated and it will be verified by the user whether it is right or wrong. So what is our entire project now is focusing on is we will create a one screen. Can you run the thing called as send OTP? So we will create a one thing now. Go to terminal and run the server. Somewhere control set. Yes. So email user TLS. Next line. Next line. Everything is the next line. One line after. So now see whether it is working. Run it again. It's a 5 words. Because of the copy paste, it may give you an error. But absolutely the values. Meanwhile, everyone just take a screenshot of it. So we need to mention, but don't use the password. Right. So now localhost colon 8000. What is we are doing is just look at localhost colon 8000 slash send OTP, send underscore OTP. You should, what is we designed is send underscore OTP, OTP, enter. So you need to mention any email that will read. Example, we have already Gmail, but it will come from a different Gmail. So what is your Gmail? You give your Gmail, right? So sir has given his Gmail, then send OTP. Be there, it will generate. Wait, it will connect and it will redirect and validate web. Can you go to your Gmail and see what is the OTP that has been received? Go to your thing, Gmail, and see we have one number called as 8552. Get back to your Gmail, I mean our app. So what is the Gmail? You need to mention Gmail also. So and click on send. Validate OTP. If it is validate, okay. So template does not exist means, yeah, we need to create one more HTML file which is already be there. If it is successful, it will list to the attendance list. So which we will immediately write now. So what is the work is almost there. So get back to what is the work we have done. You can, anyone, if you're interested, if you can also send me the Gmail so that you can receive an Gmail also. I mean, one OTP. Can get back to the code and we will fix it very soon. Don't worry. It is very, very easy and it is very interrelated. So get back to views.py. What we have done in a views.py, in students, we have send OTP. Send OTP view is there. Yeah. So you can highlight that one. So what is send OTP is a one kind of, yeah, send OTP through a email. We need to call this particular view. What it will do? It is nothing but first it will search for post method. If it is valid and if the email is there, and it will generate a OTP. How to generate a OTP? You know already random function will generate a thing. Just scroll up. We have a one function. There we have generating of OTP in between the numbers from 1000 to 9999. It will search or it will generate a one number and it will be append to the, it is just like I'm storing in a offline. You can store in the database also. I'm creating a one variable. What is the variable? OTP. OTP storage. It's a dictionary. In that dictionary, we will associate whatever the email you enter and what is the OTP it is generated can be together, and it will generate a one message that OTP has been generated, and it will be redirect to and one of the page that is either validate over OTP. If it is wrong, then it will get back to the same OTP. Don't worry, just scroll down. We have a one error we got is validate. Just to scroll down. What is validate OTP? If entered validate OP, whatever we get and whatever we store is both are equal, then it will redirect to attendance list. Whether this what you call a name exists or not, we have to check. If that is not there, then it will throw an error. What is that error? Actually we are getting is attendance list. So meanwhile, I'll give a 1 or 2 minutes just to scroll for send email OTP or send OTP email. I will wait, take a screenshot of it and generate OTP also. So take a look at this one and validate. Yeah, generate and email storage and send email OTP. Just check it out. అలా పెట్టి మనం చెక్ చేసాం. right? So we will see nothing. We have to create a one more file called as attendance list. Don't worry. Just scroll to what we have done. Just validate, and what will happen if all things are right. So last time we will run it again and see what is the outcome we will redirect. There is a three methods are there. HTTP response is different, render is different, redirect is different, right? So just run them, run the project. Click on it, and what do we do? Slash send underscore OTP, that is URL name. View name is different and those are different. So send underscore OTP, enter. So last time we'll give you my any other, sir, give you one thing. Yeah, suppose change it my name, or give it my number, Murali Mohan 310 at gmail.com. So if I get an OTP, I'll get a mail. I got a mail, and you also get a reply to it. And the password is 2522. 2522. You can see these are the list of items which we added. If successfully, if you give the password, OTP password, then only it will display the list of items. This is one kind of a security, right? So if you are need to work it out, then you have to follow this same one. You can design in a better way. I'm not saying that this is the old one, but within the time limit, just I'm making right. So just scroll to the last. The real thing is here we also used pagination. So what is pagination means? Generally we have at least 10 items, then it has to be displayed 10 items. Suppose I need a 5 items per thing, then how it will look like? Just go to pagination also, the last concept, then we will go for the deployment within a 10 minutes only. 15 minutes we can deploy also. So go to the code, I just change at one place, everything will be there. So go to views.py, and their pagination is there. So we have one more concept at the starting. I said pagination just at the starting, I think so. Just see paginate. Yeah, at the bottom. Yeah, here you, if you see carefully, how many I said per page, it has to be displayed 10. So just scroll down. There we have mentioned one area, the total number is to be displayed. So there somewhere else we have specified paginate with a 10. Yeah, the person comma 10. Person comma 10 is there, na? Line number, I mean paginator of person comma 10. Change to 3. Change to 3. Person comma, make it 3. 10, remove 10 and give the 3. Right. Now refresh the page. Just go to the page, and which is just now displayed, right? Just refresh. You can see only 3. Per page, it will display only 3. So we can easily do how to control number of records also. So one is to display one at a time. Suppose if you have 1,000 students, I cannot scroll for a 10,000 people and all, right? So we have a like what 10, 10, 10, 10. Like Google also will use the same model, right? So click on the next. So how many it will come? We have 10 I records. That means 10 means 3 times. Just click on the next. you will get 3 records. So at last one is 9. That's the last one. You cannot get it a next also, previous. You can navigate. This one is called as pagination, or we call a pagination, or we call a paginator. So all those concepts make into a single application. It doesn't make takes time, but once you understand how to display these items into a one place. So get back to our code and take a screenshot of how we created this pagination also. So take a look at of these concepts at a time. So one concept is validating through the OTP, and if you successfully validate it, if it is successfully validated, then only it will move to the list of all the items. And there also we can control that. Total 10. Why previously it is displayed 10? Because we mentioned in the paginator as what? Only 10. Now I change it to what? 3. So if you change according to, it will be displayed. So further take a look at this particular screen for a 2 minutes, because we need to create a next concept. So everyone, meanwhile, create a GitHub Git in your system also. Don't worry, we can run in your PyCharm also. Can once we check, you can see there, but we will work with the terminal. Get back to the terminal, just type stop the server, and we'll see git git space hyphen version. I think everyone will get automatically. Git is also included in your, yeah, version. Yes, perfect. You can deploy your entire project from the PyCharm if you have Git enabled. Don't worry, Git is already enabled in your terminal. So you just need to do what? Follow the. We'll wait for a 2 minutes. You also check whether you get a Git is installed or not. So what OTP is there. So one is paginator is there. We can include them. It's a simple way to connect. So I'll mute for a time. You just connect. Yeah, so everyone, just last concept, and I will note down all the, I will give you the commands. You just do it at your end. Within 5 minutes, you can host it also. So, but it will take a few steps. So steps to work with Git. So first command is git init space, git init. Next command git add dot, git space add space dot. Next one is git commit hyphen m space double quotes first version, first commit. You can write first commit. Whenever you push anything, you write commit, first commit. The most important thing is the fourth step is to git remote origin, origin, origin space, sorry, git add remote origin. So git add remote origin space, give your GitLab URL or GitHub repository URL. So origin, after origin, give a space, write your or mention your GitHub or GitLab repository name, repository. So it's your thing, but simple example I will tell you. Example, copy paste the same thing, git add remote origin, origin up to origin, right? So I will tell you what we should mention. Example, git colon https colon origin right slash git dot github.com slash example. I am writing my email ID, my GitHub, Murali Mohan, M uppercase, Murali Mohan V, no, Murali Mohan V uppercase, hyphen hub hyphen V hyphen hub slash SMS dot git. You can also do it. You can also ping, or you can also remote origin. You can use this one repository also. Take a screenshot of it, or you can use this one for your repository. I'm saying here. And note, very, very important note. Very important note is GitLab is not allowing to clone. Sometimes it is a problem or some issue. We'll try to find out. But you need to push into your GitLabs only. GitLab not cloning or not able to push or a clone. Push is happening, but clone is not happening. So we will see what is the problem in the coming days. So I request everyone to create a GitHub repository. The next and last step for today is the last step, GitHub, sorry, Git last step. I mean step number whatever 5. Git push remote space git push remote origin master. I request this has to be there. If it is done, it will be with the final one. So it is the last command for your entire work. So I request everyone to take note of these 5 commands, copy in the chat, copy them, and you can find out, you can take the screenshot of this one, and you can find this thing for your next projects like SDP projects. You can also do it with the commands which are mentioned here. And there is a last work we have to do it. Can you move to the browser? It's a very simple steps. I want to give you what is the Python anywhere and how it will be loaded. In a 2 minutes, we can wind up. And right. So we will showcase what is Python anywhere is all about. We will create here itself. Just go to our browser and type Python anywhere. Just type everyone, just type Python anywhere. I will showcase what we have to do it. Python anywhere. And just we need to register. It will take 2 minutes only. It will not take too much time. Python anywhere. Just click on the home and see at the top there is a pricing and register. Sign up. Just click on that one, and it is only to upload one web application only for a single email, not for many applications. You cannot deploy them. So it is free for one. So create and make it first one. So create a new web application. Yeah, click it. Just give your details. Example, mine is already taken. Just give for an understanding. Username is something like skill week. I'll say that skill week, one word, no spaces, right? So, and email, something like Murali techtimes@gmail.com. Right. So password, give it. I will not tell you. It will take 8 characters. It won't allow you. So it must be same as your user. I mean, same, retype the password properly. And stay, I agree, and register. That's it. So it will take 2 minutes. It's a cloud-based server. It is storing every web application inside the cloud only. So Django also stores our entire applications in a cloud-based server where you can host whatever your SDP projects, right? Simply end tour. Click on the end tour. Yes. Now you can see this is your console where you can do all the operations, right? So like hosting, everything. So left side there is a bash. The commands are different, and right side there is a web application is there, web app. You can select one web application and deploy. So those commands of git bash I will write down in the notepad, and we will wind up for today's session. And if you have any doubts also, you can follow through the Python anywhere documentation. It's a wonderful documentation where you can do it. So get to the notepad, and we will write down what is the process after login into this Python anywhere. First step, select a bash working with Python anywhere. Working with Python anywhere. First step is to create what we called as select a console or bash. Second step, create virtual environment. What is the command? I will explain next line. mk virtual env, just no command I am saying. This is the command to create inside a bash. So command is mk virtual env, one word, space hyphen Python equals to user usr slash bin slash Python 3.10. I request everyone to navigate to 3.10 only. Suppose if you have a 11, just create the virtual environment with the 10 only, because Python anywhere supports only 3.10. That's it. It will create a thing. Next command, last step, git clone. You need to clone your repository. Git clone space repository and URL, repository URL. Right. Last one, fifth step, find the pwd command to your app address. Right. That's it. So, and then sixth step, last few steps. So select dashboard with a new web app. Next step, select manual configuration. Select manual configuration, and last one is select Python 3.10 and select virtual in that will host. Next one, select 3.10 and VNV. Last step is to configure wsgi.py. Configure wsgi.py. How to do it? It is already there in the documentation. Enter note, note, visit Python anywhere documentation. I request everyone to follow this one, and you can directly database wise also you can find the documentation. We can able to deploy with the ability of database. So with that, I can say that if you scroll to first points, whatever we mentioned, so whatever we started with the agenda, we can do all the kind of operations and mail system, pagination, everything. And if you need any support, all the faculty are there. They can help you out to design this kind of application. Thank you. Thank you for everyone joining here, and hope this will be support for your coming SDPs also. Thank you.